Hi everyone, this is what Hungry Helen looks like so far. I've created the mouth with many rows of teeth and some spines and gills at the back, which I'll probably add some fluffy stuff to make them look a bit more like gills later on. This is so when she's munching away on someone she can still breathe without having to lift her mouth off, so she can eat freely. And I've managed... Have I sealed the head? Yeah, I've managed to make it so the head doesn't move anymore. But that's okay. I'm looking at this more as a model at the moment. I could scrape away and sand away at the epoxy sculpt to release that joint. Oh, actually, there you go. It was just one little piece, one little bit that was stuck. So if I just do that a few times, there we go. Okay, so tell a lie, I have still maintained movability. What I've had to do is not join the neck to that, so I can still have that movement, because I might pose her sort of looking off to the side or something, I'm not sure yet. So obviously now I've got to work on the rest of the body, because she is just a monster head on a doll body at the moment. Oh, excuse me, I've got the sneezes. So what we're going to do is mix up some more epoxy sculpt. I like using this stuff because it sticks really well to the plastic, which is obviously the epoxy part of it, but then obviously it still works like clay. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop my gloves on while I mix the two parts, because apparently it's not good for your skin when the two parts are mixing, but apparently once it's mixed it's perfectly fine. So let me just zoom you back out. So I've got my epoxy sculpt, part A and part B. So I'm just going to take a chunk of each. I'm going to do a decent amount, because obviously I've got a lot of work to do today, but I don't want to mix too much in one go, because I don't want to use my other finger, not the one that's touched part A. I don't want to mix too much in one go and then waste it. I'd rather mix two batches, because it's all 50-50 mix, so it's not like you can't repeat the consistency or anything. And epoxy sculpt sticks to epoxy sculpt, so that's good. Let me just see how big's that compared to that. That's too much of this one. You don't have to worry about particularly measuring it or anything. It's pretty fine just being an eyeballed 50-50 mix. If it looks about right, it'll be fine. I've not had any trouble with it not working or anything by just doing that. You don't have to particularly measure it out purposefully. And it does say you have a 30-minute working time, which is about right. For 1 to 2 hours it's easy to work with. 2 to 3 hours it's setting up and it's got formable detail, and then 24 hours it's hard cured and waterproof, which is what is good. So I'm just mixing this. So I'm just going to make sure that is fully mixed. As you can see where there's bits of it that haven't fully mixed or anything, so you just keep mixing until it's one uniform colour. It's like a greyish colour, because this is just the regular one, which is like the colour of regular clay, really, like the colour of regular air drying clay once it's dry. You can get one that's like really white. I might do like get a bigger one and actually make a doll with this stuff, although that won't be very cost effective. Or I might get one of the large packs of Fimo, because I do want to make my own little clay doll. Yeah, it just says here, it says wear gloves and mix parts A and B together. And obviously I can sand this and stuff where I need to later on as well. Okay, so that's mixed. I'm just going to pop my gloves off for a bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is work on the chest area. And I'm just going to make this nice and big and flat, so it just covers it, like so. What I like about this stuff as well is it will stick to the already existing dry epoxy sculpt that's on the doll as well. What I'm doing is being careful to go around the joints. Yeah. So I did sort of weird on my phone then, I don't know what it was. It sort of went split screen, but not the way it's supposed to. Yeah, I'm imagining that this is a girl who went to investigate something that she found, like a crashed meteor, or she went to like a chemical plant and was trying to expose their unhealthy, unsafe practices, and something happened to her and she turned into this creature. That's what I'm imagining is the story behind this doll. I will have a bit more of a think about the story behind Hungry Helen as time goes on, and I've made her. I think what I'm going to do actually is just make a load of spikes, and I'm going to make her very spiky. So the idea is she will, to catch her prey, she runs up to them and stabs them on her spikes, and her spikes will go into the victim and suck some of the nutrients out of them, while her mouth starts to chew on the rest. So I'm just trying to find my clay tours. That's what I imagine is how she'd feed. She'd catch them and use her spikes to impale her victims so that they can't get free. And then she feasts upon them until she's absorbed all their nutrients, and then moves on to the next victim. So I will do another video on this for you, so you can see what she looks like when she gets a bit further on in her creation. So I hope you enjoyed this video so far. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.